From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 9. Presented by New Citroën C3 and Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Century Ply and JK Tires.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The Vadra Congress and their bosses, the Vadra Gandhis, should really stop it. They should stop making their display of panic so public. And instead, they should accept the fact that the massive scam that they have engineered has been unraveled. For the fact is, ladies and gentlemen, that there is nobody in the country today, nobody except their party acolytes who are outraging over their parliament leader Mallikarjun Kharge being interrogated inside the National Herald building. And on the contrary, it is giving the vast majority of Indians immense pleasure to see a party that institutionalized corruption for 70 years get it back. Ladies and gentlemen, without doubt the ED will and should seize the properties, and why just the properties, the bank accounts of the Vadra Gandhis, but it must not stop at that. The Vadra Gandhis must be asked to explain to the people of India every rupee and every square inch of land that they own. They must be asked to explain the precise source of the funds for every home that they have and for every land parcel that they control. For the last 7 years, the nation has been waiting anxiously to see action against Damaj Shri, which has unfortunately not happened. I would only say, let there be no half measures this time. Half measures will not work this time. The fight against corruption must go all the way. And that's what we are debating with tonight. The freedom struggle for profit scam breaking on Republic is nearing a logical end every passing day. And with it, there is a rise in the hysteria of one party. What are they afraid of? That's debate number one. And debate number two this evening, viewers. The Tiranga is uniting all of us across the country. But some in the opposition cannot get past petty politics. Why does patriotism, why does nationalism, why does the Tiranga scare them? Debate number two. And tonight, breaking story. China fires not one, not two, but 5 ballistic missiles into Japan's waters. Has a desperate and unhinged Beijing finally lost all control? That's the global debate. And here are the headlines. Here are the headlines this Thursday evening on The Debate Tonight.
भागने की कौन बात कर रहा है? भागने की वो बात कर रहे हैं. देखिए, सुनिए बात. हम इंटिमिडेट नहीं होंगे. हम नरेंद्र मोदी से नहीं डरते हैं.
Vadra Congress begins to get really frantic as the ED crackdown in the freedom struggle for profit case explodes. The ED tightens its snooze, interrogates Mallikarjun Kharge for 8 hours in the 2,000 plus crore scam. And nation says Tiranga above all. Why the politics ahead of the 75th Independence Day? Har Ghar Tiranga becomes a massive national success. The tricolor flies high across India. And blow after blow to the corrupt Sanjay Raut. He's been sent to custody and his wife has been summoned. And China resorts to massive escalation in the name of military drills as the Xi Jinping regime lost all control after the embarrassment. And ladies and gentlemen, Mallikarjun Kharge was questioned by the ED for over 6 hours today. The documents of National Herald and Young Indian was scrutinized closely by the ED at the Herald House. And outside the premises, as this whole scam begins to unravel, there was absolute chaos. It was almost like the Vadra Congress was writhing with fear that the truth will be out, which it will. They are now targeting the ED, but unless Sonia and Rahul found Rumpelstiltskin, who was spinning hay into gold, they must answer. How did 50 lakhs turn into properties worth over 2,000 crores? Tonight we debate the hard facts, but here's the story so far.
The aftershocks of the ED's action led the Vadra Congress to cause ruckus in Parliament. They are threatening war.
जीवन जय या कि मरण होगा। बांधने मुझे तो आया है जंजीर बड़ी क्या लाया है। यदि मुझे बांधना चाहे मन पहले तो बांध अनंत गगन सूने तो साध न सकता है वह मुझे बांध कब सकता है। हित वचन नहीं तूने माना, हित वचन नहीं तूने माना, मैत्री का मूल्य न पहचाना तो ले। मैं भी अब जाता हूँ, अंतिम संकल्प सुनाता हूँ, याचना नहीं अब रण होगा, जीवन जय या कि मरण होगा।
आज सुबह यह कहना कि अब याचना नहीं रण होगी, आप करने क्या वाले हैं? सत्याग्रह करने वाले हैं, दुराग्रह करने वाले हैं, रण करने वाले हैं या युद्ध करने वाले हैं? जनता जनार्दन बड़े स्पष्ट रूप से कह रही है, न रण होगा और न रन होगा। RUN रन
बोलने दीजिए।
Confronted by Republic, Rahul Gandhi refused to speak on facts.
लोकतंत्र की रक्षा करना। भागने की कौन बात कर रहा है? भागने की वो बात कर रहे हैं। देखिए, सुनिए बात। हम इंटिमिडेट नहीं होंगे, हम नरेंद्र मोदी से नहीं डरते हैं।
कोई राजनीतिक परिवार है क्या भारत में जिसके 3 सदस्य बेल पे बाहर हो? सोनिया गांधी, राहुल गांधी, रॉबर्ट वाड्रा। यह बात सही है कि आपको अगर डर नहीं लगता है तो डर नहीं लगता है भ्रष्टाचार करने से।
And Vadra Congress MP Mallikarjun Kharge finally presented himself at Herald House so searches could take place.
To be a horrible raj is going on in this country, because when there are parliamentary systems and conventions, his adjournment motion is in before the government. He is raising that issue. Then enforcement directive summoning him 12:30. What is the point? The same thing was happened when Sanjay Raut was arrested.
We're given to understand that his statement is still being recorded by the Enforcement Directorate as the searches were also being carried out inside the Young Indian office in the national capital. He's being asked to explain who are the employees, what's the business activity of Young Indian. Remember, this is at the center of this entire controversy, the role of Young Indian and the business activities of Young Indian.
And the Vadra Congress has been deployed to malign the Enforcement Directorate.
तो सरकारी एजेंसियों का आप दुरुपयोग कर रहे हैं। जहाँ मर्जी आप बिल्डिंग सील कर देते हैं, कहीं भी घुस के आप छापामारी करने लगते हैं, कहीं तलाशी लेने लगते हैं। यह अच्छे संकेत नहीं है लोकतंत्र के लिए।
But the fact remains, this is a mega scam.
वैसे दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट में एक्यूज नंबर 1 सोनिया गांधी और एक्यूज नंबर 2 राहुल गांधी, उनके विषय में क्या कहा गया? कोर्ट ने क्या कहा? पैराग्राफ नंबर 39।
Tonight, as the ED probe gets deeper, the evidence is piling up. The Vadra Gandhis cannot masquerade as victims anymore. Let's debate.
कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता।
And the Vadra Congress says, koi farak nahi padta. If koi farak nahi padta, then why don't they take a chill pill, let the ED do its job and stop getting so hyper about it. Ladies and gentlemen, with us on the debate is Sanju Verma of the BJP, and the activist, the very activist complainant in the case, MR Venkatesh, who's been following this case like a hawk. He says, I'm not going to rest. He sounds like Subramaniam Swami. I'm not going to rest, he says, till I make sure that they go to jail for this. Rajat Sethi is with us tonight, political analyst. Sandeep Ghosh is with us tonight, political commentator. and the very volatile Amerikai Narayanan is with us tonight. I hope at least tonight he will stop commenting on me and comment on the subject at hand. Hell yeah, you will, won't you, Amerikai Narayanan? And Surendra Chauhan is with us tonight, perennially supporting the Vadra Congress, senior lawyer, Kapil Madan, advocate and political analyst, also supporting the Vadra Congress, and Manasvi Thapar, independent political analyst from Ahmedabad. Thank you very much, everyone. Now, since this is the only truly independent, democratic news program at 9, I will give the other side the opportunity. Mr. Madan, you see, you're a lawyer. There is an investigation. The investigation has got hold of the documents. The documents relate to the business activities, finances, and functioning of a company wholly owned by the Vadra Gandhis. Okay? Now, you understand what I'm saying. If you own a property, I own a property, you can ask me, I can ask you, where did you get the money to buy this from, right? What is the source of your funds? What is the structure? And I'll tell you. But why is your party in panic? Is there something in those documents you don't want M.R. Venkatesh to see? Maybe he already has them, you know. Why are you in panic about it? What's the problem?
Let me listen.
What's the problem? It's procedural, right?
I'll explain you. I'll explain you what the problem is, and the problem lies with the ED. And
Please.
let me start by saying that in a kangaroo court, you may pronounce anyone guilty. You may be an investigator yourself. You may be a judge yourself, or you may be the executor yourself. But this is now how the court functions. And I'll tell you where the ED has a real problem. See, Arnab, it is an admitted fact, and you would also agree with me, that this ECIR was registered in 2014. Now we are in 2022. And if I take your words, your opening remarks, wherein you say that ED has so many documents, etc., ED has so many evidences, etc., the fact that despite having the so-called evidences, you don't go to the court, file a prosecution complaint, shows what? Shows only one thing, that the ED itself is not confident about the case, because they also know this will meet the same fate, the fate that happened with 2G. The case fell flat on its face. The case fell flat on its face. And let me also tell you, that is the precise reason the ED is afraid of taking this matter to the court. So that is where the problem is.
Arnab, I wanted to ask you one question.
Arnab, may I come in? Sanju wants to.
Arnab.
No. One second. Today we are going to go very proper on this. So Sanju, can MR go first, and then I'm coming straight to you. You're not letting him go first. Okay. No, both of you now. Okay. Now MR and Sanju, you're both on air. You're both on air. Kapil, who goes first? Okay, Sanju goes first. Point being, I just want to make a point here tonight. Please kindly understand, this is not a kangaroo court. It's a court of public opinion. And we are not hopping around like kangaroos. We are all listening to every point that you're making. And my only response to the point that you're making is that I wish as an advocate you would not attack the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal, because it has upheld the case. You should begin by saying, Arnab, I'm making things up. The fact is that the Income Tax Tribunal upheld the case against the Gandhi family in connection with the commercial immovable properties over the acquisition of shares of Associated Journals Limited on the 26th of February 2011, which was not even a leap year. So do you understand what I'm talking about? Don't hide the facts. If you can, then debate with me on fact. But stop playing the victim, Kapil. Now Sanju is going to respond. Now Sanju's responding. I've said my piece, the debate is open.
Okay. Arnab, I just want to first and foremost make a very important statement on your channel. The Enforcement Directorate and its integrity and its bona fides are being questioned by every political analyst and Congress Darbari and Congress retainer. So let me tell the Congress Darbaris through your channel that on July 27, 2022, the Supreme Court upheld the powers of the Enforcement 2019, the ED can make arrests as it deems fit. The ED does not need to submit an ECIR. It can simply disclose the reason to the accused without submitting an ECIR. And the most important thing, when the petitioner said that the Enforcement Directorate should not apply PMLA to cases prior to 2002, because PMLA came into existence only in 2002, the Supreme Court categorically said that it is not time-bound. You can probe cases even prior to 2002. And now coming to the most important thing, in February 2016 or not, the Supreme Court refused to quash proceedings against the Gandhis in the National Herald scam. In May 2017, the Gandhis approached the Patiala House Court saying, do not allow a tax reassessment, because remember, Gandhis are accused of concealing income to the tune of 414 crores. Again, in May 2019 and September 2018, the Delhi High Court said that the income tax has the right to go ahead and investigate the Gandhis with respect to money laundering and concealment of income. And the first attack of property by the ED happened in 2019. So what is Kapil Madam saying? Is he questioning the bona fides of Delhi High Court?
Can I respond? Can I respond to Sanju?
Is he questioning the bona fides of the Supreme Court?
No, Sanju. No, one sec. Since the debate is open, I won't even go so far. I will simply throw a zillion facts tonight, and I want America and Narayanan to tell MR, see America, I have one belief. If you've done nothing wrong, you've got nothing to hide. If you've done nothing wrong, you've got nothing to hide. Why is it that the Vadra Gandhis want to hide facts? Why is it that they don't want the documents to come out into the open? And why is it that they went to the High Court in Delhi to say, my lords, please do not reopen our tax assessments for the year 2011-2012. And specifically, my lords, please do not allow the income tax to reopen the tax assessments for 2000 and 2012 in relation to Associated Journals Limited, which is the publisher of National Herald. Which means, MR, the elementary fact here is that they knew there was something to hide. And the Delhi High Court said, America, no way. It said that the income tax tribunal, the income tax is completely justified in reopening the tax assessments for 2011-12 for Associated Journals, because they said the publisher of National Herald has the primary obligation to disclose the acquisition of shares in Young Indian. Now tell me, all this crying that's been going on over the last few days, all this whining, MR, oh, we are victims, oh, they are coming after us, oh, we want to save democracy, absolute rubbish. Tell MR Venkatesh tonight why the Vadra Gandhis wanted to hide the reopening of tax assessments for the controversial company in 2011-12. Give a logical explanation. The floor is yours, America.
Okay. Now, you have not interrupted so far anyone else. I hope you will continue the courtesy for a change. Number one, there is today, everyone is accusing the Modi Sarkar of using the PMLA and this particular case as a political vendetta, because the parliament is open right now and the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha has been asked to come to the ED on a day where the parliament is functioning. I just don't understand. One case has been running for about 8 years, since you have been saying 8 to 9 years. What is the urgency right now in summoning the people, specifically opposition people? Number one.
What is the urgency?
Number two, please.
It's already too late.
Please let me complete. Number two.
No, but you said, what is the urgency? Did you actually say that?
I'm sorry.
So in so many words. He said so in so many words.
All I'm trying to tell you
He
is
said.
why has it been done?
He said.
Specifically opposition MPs. Now, are you saying anybody and everybody in BJP are all saints and there's no case filed under PMLA on any people in BJP, or subsequently after they gone to BJP, they get sanctified by the Ganges of BJP, but it's really a dirty water. So this is why.
No, you answer my question. No, America, listen. America, I am of the view, just 1 minute, please. I am of the view that every corrupt person must face the law. That is including you. If you are corrupt, you should face the law. If MR Venkatesh is corrupt, then MR Venkatesh must face the law. And I am not a great believer in sainthood anyway. So I believe that neither you, nor I, nor MR Venkatesh, and certainly not the Vadra Gandhis are saints. My question is this. Procedurally, America, you've been a corporate, you have had senior positions, you know this, that the Delhi High Court, see, it's so easy, MR, to say that rules are being broken. Viewers, I want to tell you this. The Delhi High Court, not MR Venkatesh's court, the Delhi High Court has twice on 2 occasions dismissed writ petitions filed by the Vadras against the IT proceedings and its assessment order in this matter. I am simply trying to tell you, is this true or not? You don't believe the High Court, you don't like the Supreme Court, you don't like the Appellate Tribunal, you don't like the income tax authorities. Who do you like? Who do you like, and is it going to be as whimsical as this, MR? I want to go on the issue of procedure, MR. The procedure.
Arnab. July 2014. America, listen to this. We filed a complaint with the ED. And it was filed by Dr. Swami and I drafted it, and it was filed in July 2014. Yes, it has taken enormous amount of time. But you look at the complexity of the issues involved. You had to also have the income tax backing. Unless the income tax also does this whole thing. And Mr. America, you are whining today that you have not been given a chance, or you have been asked, summoned on a day on which the parliament is functioning. I will tell you that for 40 times spread over 800 odd days, you understand, is more than 2 years. The Congress party, the AJL and Young India were asked to submit documents. And they said, no, we will not give any documents. Why? Because we are Congress. We are the first family of the country. We will not honor it. And
precisely.
Then the income tax officer records it that I have invited you to give documents, evidences 40 times spread over 800 days. 800 days. Do you have any explanation, Mr. American Narayanan? Please read the tribunal order. And then I will tell you now. Once the tribunal fixes the facts under 260A and 260B of the Income Tax Act, you cannot find fault on the facts.
Brilliant.
You at best go on the law. And today you are nailed on facts completely by the Income Tax Tribunal.
Brilliant.
Now you are going to the
ace argument.
And the ED is complete, is taking out the issues to a logical conclusion. That is why it has taken time.
You see,
sometimes I have been aghast at why it has taken time, but I understand also it takes time in India because every damn thing they go to the court. And the courts have to give notice, and it's a process of law that has taken this time. But let me tell you, Tihar is awaiting the mother and son, and it will be done very shortly.
No, and viewers, I'm throwing this today in the court of public opinion. I'm going to put a question out, viewers, and I want to hear your responses. I'll also carry a percentage on both sides tonight. I want to know how you think about it. And my question, Surendra Chauhan, is this, that can the Vadras play victim in this massive corruption case? Viewers, you tell me yes or no, I'll take your views on this. Now, Mr. Chauhan, we must deliver some kind of a judgment on the program tonight on whether or not what is happening is a fair trial. Okay? Your argument is, Mr. Chauhan, that it's not a fair trial. I would like to bring in Rajat and also Sandeep Ghosh and have an open debate on this matter. You're calling the ED a stooge. And that's strong language. My question to you, Mr. Chauhan, is the ED a stooge or is the ED right in probing the scam where the Supreme Court of India has in 2016 called for the Vadra Gandhis facing a fair trial. This is not whimsical. The Supreme Court has told the Vadra Gandhis they did not want to face trial, and the Supreme Court in 2016 directed Sonia Gandhi, directed Rahul Gandhi and the other primary accused to face criminal proceedings in the matter. Now you can tell me, Mr. Chauhan, that Arnab, you're lying. You can say, Arnab, you're a biased person, you're nasty, devilish, a demon of some kind, you're a liar, but you'll have to prove it. You tell me, did I lie? Or did I speak the truth?
Now, Arnab Goswami,
tell me, did the Supreme Court direct, did the Supreme Court direct Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi and the other accused to face a criminal proceeding in the matter or not, sir? I need an answer. The people of the country are tired of all this, big talk. Is this the truth or not, sir? Please tell me.
yes, they are the accused in a criminal trial before the magisterial court. There is no doubt about it. Fact of the matter is that the charges are yet to be framed in that case. It's a pre-summoning is done. Prima facie a case was established, and now the pre-charge evidence is to take place. There is a procedure called pre-charge.
So you're telling me procedure, sir. You're telling me things which are LLB first year, sir. I have gone beyond this matter, sir. We've done a doctorate on the subject. You're telling me LLB first year stuff. Don't tell me the procedure, sir. Please. Please, Mr. Chauhan, don't confound me. Don't confound me.
There is a likelihood. Arnab Goswami, Arnab Goswami, there is a likelihood that they can be discharged.
I'd like the results of the report.
There is a likelihood.
Yes.
Arnab, can I make a point here? Arnab, can I make
Why can't you wait and watch?
No. So
May I make a point?
Let Subramanian Swami or
one minute. Just Sanju, 1 minute. Let's get Rajat in because I want everyone here and that's an open debate after that. Sir, did I ever say that there is no likelihood they may be discharged? 1 minute. No, don't try to go procedural on me. Did I say that there is no likelihood they can be discharged? No. What I am saying is it true or not that Sonia and Rahul and the other accused...
No, you are showing them.
So there is
you are showing
like
Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi as a guilty now that they have done a scam.
The question of the debate, Mr. Chauhan, is very, very clear. The question before the debate is very clear. Are these agencies vengeful against the Rahul Gandhi and the Sonia Gandhi? The answer is no. And I have been hearing this debate for the past 1 month ever since Rahul Gandhi has been called on to the ED office and being interrogated. In every single debate, people like you who are trying to support the Congress party, going against all logics and everything, have not come out with one meritorious argument which says that this is the matter of fact. ED, IT, CBI, everybody is vengeful. They are trying to go after a family as political targeting. You give me one argument, and public's court is the biggest court. Why don't you hold a press conference and just lay bare all the facts that this is where these are the transactions that have happened, and this is why we believe that this is not a case of any malpractices.
Gentlemen,
till date, none of the senior leaders of Congress have ever had. They had a press conference when they were accusing an 18-year-old girl and wrongly accusing her for running an illegal restaurant and a bar. And you guys don't have the gumption to hold a press conference and clear the name of the mother and the son. This is the 75th year of our independence, such a crucial time, such a time when the entire nation is gearing forward and looking up to the next 25 years. The entire mood has been spoiled by your party goons who are out on the street protesting against our agencies, trying to subvert the due process. Why is it that you guys are after some of the golden moments of this country? The entire party and all the minions of the Congress party are busy protecting two people from the family. Sir, don't you have better things to do in life? Don't you have better accountability to your own loved ones? That this is a glorious time of our nation and we need to do something?
It is the Congress party
I need to teach you as a common citizen. I ought to teach you. I ought to teach you till date and I challenge you. Sir, I challenge you. You give me one argument. You give me one argument why Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi have not committed sin, have not committed financial fraud. You give me one argument. You will have none, sir. You have zero argumentation.
Sir, I feel. No, may I say this? Sir, may I say this? Sir, may I say this? May I say this? And today, just a moment, please. Sir, just a moment, please. I think it's important to place the right facts tonight on the debate. May I just make a point? May I make a point, please? Thank you so much. Sandeep is on the debate as well. Sanju, I'm coming to you. So Sandeep and Sanju are on one side of the debate. I want to say that already the Vadra Gandhis have been given a fair amount of leeway because they are prominent persons. And it is a fact, ladies and gentlemen, that the bench, the Supreme Court bench, right, of Honorable Justice J.S. Kehar and Honorable Justice C. Nagappan had said in 2016 that the accused persons, which means Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Motilal Vora, Oscar Fernandez, somebody called Suman Dubey, I don't know who he is, and one fellow known for his controversial comments called Sam Pitroda, all these other accused, they are all on bail. And the court said that insisting on their court appearance would cause chaos, more inconvenience than convenience, because they are public people, and already that leeway has been given that they don't have to appear in court, they appear through their lawyers. Now what they want, Sandeep, they're not happy with that. They say we should not be questioned, we should not be summoned, our property should not be touched, and were you to do it, we'll throw a right royal fit in the middle of Parliament and walk all across Lutyens' Delhi. I mean, this is a theatre of the absurd now.
Absolutely.
Their basic argument seems to me that they are above the law, Sandeep. That's my only reading. What's yours?
See, Arnab, it's no point trying to answer any of their arguments because the same record which has been going on and on, that why has no BJP person been called, etc., etc. While they are going on harping about vendetta politics, the message the public are getting is one of entitlement. You see every statement. Ashok Gehlot saying, why should Sonia Gandhi go to the ED office? ED should come there. Abhishek Manu Singh be saying, why are they taking so long to interrogate? They should ask maximum 10 questions. Nobody asks Abhishek Manu Singh that why does it take 3-4 days to conclude his arguments in the court? And he said that if they're intelligent enough, they should finish in 10 questions. So if he is an intelligent enough lawyer, why can't he do that? The point which Rajat was also making, Gandhis are not like people like me who can't afford a lawyer. They have got the top legal brains of the country. So why can't they, as Rajat said, make a statement and then leave it to their lawyers to go and fight it out? I have never seen, you were mentioning to Mr. Americana about corporate world. Have you seen, Arnab, in a corporate world, if there is a personal charge against either the owner or the MD or person, instead of he replying, do his entire staff go out into the road to try and defend those people? Here, why is this happening in Congress? When Mr. Chidambaram's thing happened, he didn't have the entire Congress going and doing. You look at other parties, even Trinamool latest, Partha Chatterjee's thing has been found. It's not that Mamata Banerjee and everybody is defending him. He's been left to defend on their own. So the Gandhis, if they're so confident of it, they should go and answer on their own. As I say, what they're not getting, even today the world has changed. They keep on talking of 2G, coal scam, etc. Ordinary people were not bothered about 10 zeros or not. What they saw, they were convinced that people have cheated us. Similarly here, Arnab, I'll take half a minute.
What is this March business, Sandeep? No, what is this March business?
Absolutely.
But Sandeep, what is this March business? What if Partha Chatterjee tomorrow, what if Partha Chatterjee was to say, I will march from Writers' Building to Rajarhat in Kolkata in protest against what's happening to me? People would throw rotten tomatoes at him. What if Sanjay Raut were to say, I will march from Lower Parel to Dadar against the action against me? I mean, where is the sympathy here?
That's what
this has become a gigantic. What is this march tomorrow about? What is the march tomorrow about?
Asking Arnab that who do they
Can
trust?
someone tell me? Can Kapil tell me? Manaswi tell me? Can America tell me? Somebody tell me what is the march about? What is the march against?
One last point, Arnab. You are asking
let me
who
tell you,
do they
let
trust?
me tell you.
They don't trust ED. They don't
So what is this march about? Someone, let's go to the issue of tomorrow's march.
Arnab. Now, first, I would like to tell your viewers, I think you have very skillfully and artfully have concealed what important facts from the viewers. Isn't it a fact? Isn't it a fact that this particular case has been stayed by the Honorable High Court? The case filed by Mr. Swamy, isn't it the fact that this has been stayed by the Honorable High Court? I challenge you to answer this question. Arnab, this question is to you and to...
No, you don't have to challenge me. You don't have to challenge me.
I am challenging you. I'm happy to be corrected. I'm happy to be corrected.
Because it's a silly
that's
question.
The reason why I started.
Because it's a frightfully silly point, and I don't want you to display your silliness on my highly watched show.
Whatever is happening in the court, you will not pay any heed to whatever is happening in the court, but you want a separate parallel kangaroo court where you want to pronounce verdict without there being a trial. That's where the problem is.
I'll get No.
I need to answer that.
Silly. No, but can I counter him with one sentence before you come in, Sanju? I'll tell him.
As the Delhi High Court, the Delhi High Court stayed the proceedings of the ED. We are talking about ED.
I am talking about the main case, the schedule offense.
I am talking about ED.
If the gentleman is a lawyer, he would know that if there is no predicate offense,
I know you far better than you know. Sir, I know far better than you do. That is why I tell you. That is why
I was told that you are a lawyer. You would know the basic concept of the PMLA Act. Then you would know the basic concept of the PMLA Act.
Sir,
if there is no predicate offense, now you want
there is a predicate offense. There is no stay on the,
and you want to
there is no stay.
You want to
Sir, there is no stay. You are lying through your teeth. You want to tell me? I will tell you this. You are lying through your teeth. That's all.
And you want to pronounce a verdict when the Honorable High Court has stayed the matter.
One minute.
I can give you the petition number also.
Sanju, I'm coming right to you. But I am coming right to you, but it will be utterly inappropriate if I don't answer Kapil's question. So may I answer his question, please? Thank you, Kapil. Thank you. I'm coming to you after that because he made comments on me. He said I'm throwing a challenge at you. You see, please understand, Kapil, right, that the Gandhis, Vadras, actually more appropriately called the Vadra Gandhis, they went twice before the court you mentioned, which is the Delhi High Court, by way of a writ petition. Okay? So don't utter falsehoods. On two occasions, their writ petitions were dismissed. No. Now let me complete. 1 second, I got the upper hand on you, my friend. I got the upper hand on you. You're not prepared at all tonight. No. There's no point saying no. I can say no many more times than you. Now wait. No, you know. No to you. Now listen to me. The order. 1 minute. What happens when a criminal does not pay tax? He is told to cough up the tax, and there is.
What is the status of the trial today? Isn't it stayed by the Honorable High Court? Answer yes or no. Is the National Herald case stayed by the High Court or no?
The investigation is on.
Answer yes or no.
Okay, I'll tell you. I didn't know that you are so unaware. Where did you do your law, man? The law, where did you do your law? The trial will begin after the ED files a charge sheet. Tell MR he will educate you. When they file the charge sheet, then the trial will start.
Rahul Gandhi.
Arnab, it's a complaint.
Somebody must have written your law exam for you.
Arnab, it's a complaint case. It's not a police.
Don't argue on technicalities. You're looking foolish.
Arnab, the cases that you are fighting, those are FIR-related cases.
Okay, Mark.
Private complaint case.
Okay, the debate is on right now. The Congress Party arguing on technicalities on my program tonight, and Sanju's responding. Sanju's responding. Yes, please.
Yes. Arnab, M.R. Venkatesh is a very consummate lawyer. I'm sure he will bust the claims of Kapil Madan. I will just say one thing to you. On the July 27, 2022 judgment by the Supreme Court categorically said that any trial under the PMLA can be considered as a standalone offense and a standalone trial can be conducted. So what the High Court says and what the Supreme Court says is we have to keep that aside merely for money laundering and defying Enforcement Directorate and the CMLA court.
Madam, as of now, the predicate offence is stayed by the Honorable High Court.
Latkana, Atkana, Bhatkana. Deflecting is the last resort of scoundrels. And you're trying to deflect attention. Arnab, I will finish in 30 seconds. It is on Arnab Goswami's channel. I have heard this from any other channel.
Can I come in?
90 crore. May I please finish, then you can come in. This 90 crore loan is apparently given by the Congress party, Arnab, to AJL. It is your reporters who actually said that there was.
I think she's repeating the same thing over and over again, but the reality is Sanju Verma will not ask a very basic question.
It was a Hawala transaction. Even that 90 crore.
Madam, proceedings, whether the proceedings are stayed, don't give a bhashan. We are not here for your bhashan.
Sanju ji, Sanju Verma. Is the ED and the BJP against corruption or opposition? This is the 75th year of our independence, Sanju Verma. You are using ED as your own external department. Sanju Verma, Arnab, can I please come in? Arnab.
Tell me, did you engage in a book entry or not? Did you engage in a Hawala transaction or not? Is there actually a loan of 90 crores?
Can I get the
book entry?
whole question?
How did the Gandhis allot shares to themselves in Young India to the tune of 76% and bought out a company worth 5,000 crores? Did you take the approval of 1,057 shareholders of AJL? As of December 31st, 2010, AJL had 1,057 shareholders. It is said that the Gandhis did not hold a board meeting. No approval of shareholders was taken. How did then the Gandhis
Sanju Verma is acting like a ED director.
How did the Gandhis transfer the ownership of AJL?
Sanju Verma, have you filed? Are you making the charge sheet, Sanju Verma? Sanju Verma, why are you so excited? Are you against corruption or you are against Congress and Gandhis? Sanju Verma, of the 609 cases, 570 cases have been filed against the opposition leaders only. Are you saying the BJP leaders are corruption free? They don't deal into corruption? Sanju Verma, why is ED and CBI and the other investigating agencies so ineffective? Sanju Verma, it's a monologue, Arnab. Arnab, you have called us to listen to Sanju Verma. It is not a debate, Arnab.
Okay, 1 minute.
Only Sanju Verma is speaking. Arnab, only Sanju Verma is allowed.
I was asked today. I was asked today. Okay, 1 minute. Sanju, just a moment, please. Sanju, just a moment. Can I intervene? Because truly, Manasvi has not spoken much so far. And he's coming on the debate after a long time. Manasvi, don't be guided by the poor tactics, by the poor obfuscating tactics of Kapil Madan. Instead, courageously gather the courage and answer the question. And the question is this.
Question, Arnab, which you want to deflect. Is the
Arnab, this is not your show. This is Sanju Verma show. Arnab, this is Sanju Verma.
2/3 of the people watching the program tonight are saying the Gandhis, Vadra Gandhis cannot play victim. Now listen to me.
Will not answer the substance.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay, 1 second. Sanju, now please. Sanju,
classic Sanju Verma.
Sanju, there is neither a comma or a semicolon or a hyphen in any sentence of yours. Please, 1 minute.
Question to Sanju here is: Sanju, what is your view on the 40% corruption in Karnataka? When are you filing an ECR? When are you filing the ECR? When are you sending the ED there? When you will be sending ED to Karnataka? 40% corruption, 40% commission. 40% commission, 4040.
हम सबको हटा दो, संजू वर्मा का चेहरा रखो. आज हमारी जरूरत नहीं. I think संजू वर्मा has prepared her speech. It's a monologue. संजू वर्मा दूसरे किसी को सुनेगी नहीं. जैसे पार्लियामेंट में चलता है वैसे ही यहाँ डिबेट पे चलेगा. I think it's a संजू वर्मा speech.
Okay, 1 minute. Sanju, 1 minute. Thank you. Sanju, 1 minute. Thank you very much. I'd like to bring in Rajat and MR back into the debate. And Rajat and MR are debating with Manasvi and Surendra Chauhan. I'll come back to you, America, in a moment. You see, the Delhi High Court. I'm giving orders. Delhi High Court, Manasvi, in a 2018 December order noted how 99% of AJL's shares were clandestinely transferred to Young Indian Limited, thereby accruing a benefit of 413.4 crore rupees. during the year under consideration. So my question is, what is this? This is all getting into a very messy hawala business. And my suggestion is, don't challenge the facts too much. Because more dirt is beginning to come out every time you're playing victim. You understand, Manaswi? You understand, Manaswi? All this jumping around, I'll walk, I'll demonstrate. It's not helping your case.
If you allow me to speak,
these are all, don't give me just maxims. Answer my question.
But in the case of Congress and Gandhi, Arnab, please be kind enough to give me some 30 seconds. But in the case of Congress and Gandhi, it is the opposite.
Sure.
It is guilty until proven innocent. While we talk about the facts, what about what
Justice Kanvilkar in Supreme Court today? The order shifts to you.
Why is this? Why
sir, the onus shifts to you.
Why don't you let the opposition or dissent speak?
No, because
this is a
you
classic
start
case of what
talking
happens in the
nonsense,
parliament or in the ED.
Go and correct
As
you.
per the facts,
At the beginning
609 cases have been filed by the ED and 570 cases are against the opposition leaders.
Sir, why don't you go to the criminal court and file a case?
Only 39 cases against the BJP leader. If we all in the panel believe in this,
why don't you go to the court and file any case? Have you ever done it?
Venkatesh, no one is making sense when we speak over each other. Venkatesh, please be kind.
You cannot get away with this type of nonsense.
Heckle, Venkatesh.
No.
This doesn't look good. You don't allow me to speak, Venkatesh. Venkatesh, this does not look good.
Stop you from talking nonsense because you are saying that the BJP is correct. Why don't you go and file a complaint?
Make your point. Why are you interfering when I am trying to make some sense? Why are you interfering? Why are you disrespecting?
Why don't you go and file it like what we did in case of National Alert? Tell me this.
You are shouting. You're not listening. Why do you make Let me make my point before you ask a fundamental question.
Because you know why MR
I went along with Swami and filed the cases.
MR, have some patience.
Why are you letting MR speak?
Listen to the opposition. This is democracy, MR. Listen to opposition.
Why can't MR speak?
There is only bold statements. I will not.
Why can't MR speak?
I will not allow bold statements.
MR will not listen.
You are making bold statements, and
while you are
is
the
not
people
accepted.
who have been in dissent and people in power respected you. People in power.
Sir, I am telling you, that is why I am telling you, if you want to have my respect, go to the court and file a complaint. You cannot make bold statements and say
that is not democracy. And this is shown in the channel right now. You don't allow people to speak. Shamelessness.
I will not allow you to speak nonsense. I will not allow you. Sir, I will not allow nonsense to be get. I will not allow nonsense to get busted.
Shamelessness. I have not spoken a word and you have interfered. You are killing democracy. People like you are killing democracy. You are against democracy. People like you are against democracy. You don't want others to speak.
Sir, you can say whatever you want.
Be it Sanju or Emma, you all want to have a monologue. You want people to just hear to you. You don't want to have a discussion. You don't want to have a debate.
It is what
if Gandhis are wrong, they'll be behind the bar.
No, you don't like the ED. No, I understand. 1 minute. Just a moment, MR, you must not get excited. You must not get worked up. MR, you must always remember instead that Manaswi is here supporting the political party which under the guidance of the one and only Nehru introduced restrictions on your freedom of speech by bringing in a constitution amendment in the year 1951. He belongs to a party, he supports a party that does not believe in the complete freedom of expression. Please, Manaswi, now let me answer you. Of course, Rajat, I say, of course, Rajat, the Vadra Congress does not like the ED. Do you think, Rajat, for that matter, Lalu Prasad Yadav would like the ED? Was it not the ED whose scrupulous efforts of investigation involving the raiding the premises of Lalu Prasad Yadav and his relatives led to his conviction in the fodder scam? Perhaps today, no, don't make a face. Right. Perhaps today Kapil Madan in America is scared that Lalu was raided and then he was convicted. Maybe the same will happen to our leaders. Maybe that's the concern, Rajat. Maybe that's the real concern.
No, exactly, Arnab.
I think, for Lalu Yadav also, this whole country for 20 years patiently waited for truth to prevail and the punishments to be meted out to Lalu Yadav. It took time. The whole country, there was no this guilty versus innocent debate among the public. It was the patience of all of us, common citizens of this country, who patiently with bated breath waited all these years. Today, when Manasvi comes in and asks this question, that why are you assuming somebody is guilty and until proven innocent? Let me tell you, the Gandhis so far have not been able to pass a public's very simple smell test. A smell test is used by a common people to ascertain which way things are tending, and this is how people in the common public are not supporting the Congress party on the streets. You look at these leaders, when they go out and hit the streets, 5 people, 6 people show up. There is no, there is no groundswell in the support. Had there been even an iota of genuineness in these people, people would have come out on the streets in support of the Gandhis and the Vadras. The reason is the smell test.
Correct.
These people have disastrously failed on the smell test because none of these people have come out with even an iota of a semblance of rationality.
Now I have some breaking news that has come in. I have some breaking news that has come in. And I have some breaking news that has come in, which is that a key aide of Chota Shakil, gangster mafia don Chota Shakil, somebody using an alias called Salim Fruitwala, has been arrested by the NIA in the Dawood gang and Nawab Malik case.